Please be seated. Good afternoon and welcome to the Town Hall for today's annual meeting of the Town Council. Lovely to see some councillors here in person and for the guests here as well. And a hello to everybody who's watching the live stream. Before we start the meeting, could I ask the Town Clerk just to go through some housekeeping rules, please?
Mr Mayor. Good afternoon, councillors, and to those who I know are watching virtually, and ladies and gentlemen. Although it is a great pleasure for the few of us to be here in person, these unprecedented times means that the Town Council must continue to remain extremely cautious and adhere to the COVID-19 regulations still in force. As a consequence, the meeting will be as succinct as possible, with speeches and movement kept to a minimum, and only enough members present for the meeting to be quorate. A proper celebration of the mayoralty during the COVID-19 pandemic is being planned for later in the year to mark the mayoralty not only of you, Mr Mayor, and the incoming Mayor, but also former Mayor Kate Rolfe. Although it is permitted to remove your mask while seated, please wear it when you leave the chamber. Unthinkable in normal times, would you also remain seated even when speaking? The only time we will rise is when the Mayor leaves or enters the room. Mr Mayor, through you, may I thank Councillor Howe, who would normally be amongst his contemporaries on the floor, but has devised the system and is manning the equipment in order for the meeting to be streamed live on YouTube. Thank you, Mr Mayor.
Thank you, Madam Town Clerk. I now ask the Reverend Paul Husbandson to say a few words, please.
Thank you, Mr Mayor. Good afternoon, everybody. Do good to your friend. Reach out as far as you can to help him. Mr Mayor, who is a moment away from retirement as our Mayor, we all of us here, on behalf of our town, salute you for the goodly way in which you have fulfilled your year of office. Our town, like everywhere else, has struggled and muddled through pandemic lockdowns, but the Town Council has continued to be a beacon of leadership and hope. Do good to your friend. Reach out as far as you can to help him. Over the last year, each time you gather together as a Town Council, I've been called to start the meeting with a thought for the day. On each of those occasions, I have built them around words taken from a book of Jewish and Christian wisdom, the book of Ecclesiasticus. Today's words we are called to reflect upon are also from the book of Ecclesiasticus. Do good to your friend. Reach out as far as you can to help him. Mr Mayor, Tony, thank you for leading our town in demonstrating through an almost entirely difficult year a reaching out as far as you could in goodness and neighbourliness. Thank you to all of the Town Council, for all who work for it, for all that you have done and continue to do. As you hand over the office of Mayor to our Deputy Mayor, Councillor Taylor, we gather with a renewed sense of hope and commitment to our own ongoing, unchanging sense of reaching out to help and to guide and to sustain our great community of Stratford-upon-Avon. Do good to your friend. Reach out as far as you can to help him.
Thank you, Paul, for those words. And thank you for all your inspiration contributions throughout the year. Much appreciated.
You're very welcome, Mr Mayor.
I now declare the meeting open. The first item on the agenda is to elect the Mayor for the year 2021 to 2022. Do I have any nominations? Councillor Rolfe?
I would like to nominate Councillor Kevin Taylor. Do I give my speech now? It gives me great pleasure in proposing Councillor Kevin Taylor to be the 476th Mayor of Stratford-upon-Avon for the municipal year 2021 2022. I know you will do Stratford-upon-Avon proud. Enjoy every minute. And remember, don't stand on those scales. Just have fun.
Do I have a seconder? Councillor Ian Fradgley. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Mayor. It gives me great pleasure to second the proposal that Councillor Kevin Taylor is to be elected as Mayor of Stratford-upon-Avon for the civic year of 2021-22. Thank you.
Do we have any other nominations? No, in which case we need to vote using the... Thank you. That's unanimous. In which case, can I be the first to congratulate Councillor Kevin Taylor on becoming Mayor of Stratford-upon-Avon for the coming 12 months. We will now both retire to the Mayor's Parlour where we will exchange roles. Thank you.
the 476th Mayor of Stratford-upon-Avon, Kevin John Taylor.
Please be seated.
Mr Mayor, if you could read out and sign your declaration of acceptance of office.
I will now read out the declaration and sign. I, Kevin John Taylor, have been elected to the office of Mayor of Stratford-upon-Avon Town Council, declare that I take that office upon myself and will duly and faithfully fulfil the duties of it according to the best of my judgment and ability. I undertake to observe the code of conduct which is expected of members of Stratford-upon-Avon Town Council. Item 2 on the agenda. Do we have any apologies of absence, Madam Town Clerk?
Yes, Mr Mayor, because of the circumstances, we have a few. Councillors Coles, Curtis, Dowling, Dyer, Foytick, J. Fradgley, Lee, Mackenzie, excuse me, Voss, Wall and Warren Howes. And I expect they're all watching remotely.
Thank you, Madam Town Clerk. Item 3 on the agenda, declarations of interest. Does anyone have any declarations of interest to disclose on the items on the agenda? There are no items, no declarations. Item 4, I'm very proud and honoured to be elected Mayor of Stratford-upon-Avon. I would like to thank all of my fellow councillors for bestowing this great privilege and responsibility upon me. We are currently living in difficult times. The COVID-19 threat has dominated our lives. We have all been affected in some way. Some may have lost loved ones, and we have all been separated from those who matter to us most. However, we will win through, and we are already seeing great progress towards some form of normality, and for this we have our wonderful NHS and care workers to thank. As restrictions are eased, it's essential that we are obeying the current guidelines, but still promoting all that is good and great about our wonderful town. During the year, I will be strongly supported throughout by my wonderful fiancée, Pauline, who will be my mayoress. Item 5 on the agenda, to move and note of thanks to the outgoing Mayor. Can I call upon Councillor Fradgley to propose the thanks to the retiring Mayor?
Mr Mayor, for this occasion last year, it was a great pleasure to propose Councillor Tony Jackson as Mayor of Stratford-upon-Avon for the year. And I think we all agree that he's probably been the most unusual Mayor of the year in modern times, and which I understand I will be able to extend on at an event later in the year. So for the present, I would like to propose our thanks to Tony for the splendid way he has managed the Council and his mayoral year, and I'd also like to thank Mandy for his support for his mayor. Thank you, Mr Mayor.
Thank you, Councillor Fradgley. Can I call upon Councillor Cleeve, please?
Thank you. I take great pleasure in seconding Councillor Fradgley's thanks to former Mayor Councillor Tony Jackson. He's done a great job.
Thank you, Councillor Cleeve. Can I call upon Councillor Jackson?
Thank you, Mr Mayor. Can I say, first of all, thank you to Councillors Stratford for their kind words. I'm going to save my full retiring speech until the civic dinner later in the year. So I'd just like to take this short moment of opportunity to say a huge thank you to my wife Mandy, who's been at my side for the past 12 months, and also to all of the officers and councillors for all of their support during what has been a very challenging but equally incredibly rewarding year. I'm very pleased to receive and accept my past mayor's badge, which I will wear now with pride. Thank you.
Thank you, Councillor Jackson. Item 6 on the agenda, to elect the Deputy Mayor. Do we have any proposals? Councillor Alcock.
Thank you, Mr Mayor. I am thrilled to nominate Councillor Jill Cleeve as Deputy Mayor of Stratford-upon-Avon Town Council for the municipal year 2021 to 2022.
Thank you, Councillor Alcock. Do we have a seconder? Councillor Rolfe.
Thank you, Mr Mayor. I'm honoured to second the proposal of Councillor Jill Cleeve as Deputy Mayor for the municipal year 2021-2022.
Thank you, Councillor Rolfe. Do we have any other nominations? We therefore vote to elect Councillor Cleeve as Deputy Mayor for the municipal year 2021-22. That is unanimous. Thank you. Item 7 on the agenda, to appoint the Council's chaplain. I, Kevin John Taylor, Mayor of Stratford-upon-Avon, do hereby appoint the Reverend Dr. Roy Lodge, MBE, to be chaplain given under my hand this 21st day of May 2021. I will then pass and sign the Town Clerk that move that it be recorded in the minutes. Item 8 on the agenda, Mayor's communications.
Mr Mayor, you've received a note. Congratulations from Lieutenant General Sir Tyrone Urch, KBE. To Councillor Kevin Taylor, on behalf of the Corps of Royal Engineers, freemen of your town, I send warmest congratulations on your election as Chief Citizen of the town of Stratford-upon-Avon. Please accept our very best wishes for a successful year in office. We look forward to continuing and consolidating the close and cordial association that exists between the town of Stratford-upon-Avon and the Corps.
Thank you. I would like to thank Lieutenant Urch for the very kind message celebrating my induction to Mayor of Stratford-upon-Avon. Item 9 on the agenda, the Mayor's Report 2021. Council, please receive a note that the Town Council, even through a period with substantial restrictions, has still achieved and delivered numerous benefits to the community. Undoubtedly, the Stratford Support Project deserves a special mention, and in partnership with the Town Trust ensured that the most vulnerable in our community receive the necessary support throughout the pandemic.
Noted.
Item 10, the Civic Service. I would like to advise the Council that the Civic Service will be at Holy Trinity Church on Sunday the 23rd of May 2021 at 10 a.m. for invited guests. I would like to thank all of the councillors, officers, Madam Town Clerk and the members of the public here in attendance, and to everyone watching via the live stream. And I shall now declare the meeting closed.